when everything seems to be going good, we forget about that connection that we have with God and all, ourselves. We tend to, lose that ability to like push forward. But it's just funny that people only go to God or like, really think about their faith whenever things are going wrong within their lives. And, with that, faith has to be built up. Faith is something that a person continuously works on, even when, nothing seems to be going right.
Welcome back to the Secrets to Success series. Once again, I'm Ernie Davis, the People's Coach. And as I always like to say, I am possibly one of the most awesome, inconspicuous multimillionaires you will ever meet. I'm the guy who loves life, loves living, and loves sharing his knowledge and wisdom to help you achieve success so that you can live, create, and enjoy the type of lifestyle that you want and desire on your own terms as a leader and influencer of people. And today, we're going to talk about faith. Actually, establishing faith, the fourth secret to success. And we're going to share with you a few perspectives on faith, and we're going to have a great discussion. Actually,
faith is action, determination, and will. Faith is doing the work to get your desired result, the result that you believe and you have faith and you clearly know is possible.
For me, faith is believing that there is a higher power in my life, and there is a God. Faith is believing that God has got my back, is directing my steps, is making the path clear for me to live a prosperous life. Faith is keeping that, I don't want to say memory, that belief system, is keeping that belief system active. Because don't think sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes I have problems. But I got to check back in with my faith and say, okay, God, what do you want me to do next?
Having faith is believing like, oh, the next day or the next week or the next month, something's going to happen for me. A miracle is going to come my way. I just have to keep on pushing. I just have to keep on going. It's like that perseverance and that desire, that drive to keep on pushing no matter the obstacles and struggles.
all right, got it. That perseverance to keep going. CJ, earlier you were talking about people having faith in all the wrong things. Can you speak on that a little bit? Can you share that with us?
I think most people believe and they just have faith in the wrong things. There are people right now who are working 40 hours. They work this whole week or they work all last week hoping, having faith that their job will pay them this Friday. Right? They had faith that they would get paid today, so they kept going to work. So I think that, people always have faith. Well, it's just often misguided. Right? That same faith that you put into, your W-2, the same faith you put in your job is the same faith you can put into yourself, especially if that job is not where you want to be. If that job is not what you want to do with your life, you can you have the faith. You're demonstrating it. Now you may have more faith into your job because someone told you that a job is the way to go, or someone told you that you should, that government jobs were safe, right? You had that, whatever that is, but that same faith, if you don't like your circumstances, you don't like where your life is, you can apply that same faith that you have.
So CJ, so it sounds like someone has poured something into their minds. It sounds like they're believing this, and this is preventing them from moving forward. And Ms. Harper, I see you smiling. What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?
Your mind, no matter what. They've been telling us, I'm over 60. They've been telling me for 60 years the same thing. So, and I've been repeating it to myself, right? You remember something your mother told you or your father told you that may have been good, may have not been not so good, but you keep repeating it to yourself. You got to unlearn. You got to unlearn some things in order to be able to move forward.
Yeah, you're right, because if you don't unlearn some things, it's going to get hard. Times are going to get hard. and you're going to give up.
Never give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself, because you have so much to live for. You have so many goals to achieve. You have so many people to help within your life. You have so much to do within your life, so much to experience within your life, to hear, to feel, to see, to taste, to touch. You are living, breathing soul, and you deserve life, and you deserve greater things within your life. So never give up on yourself.
All right, Michael. So I agree with that. Never give up on yourself, right? You are a living, breathing soul. But since you kind of cut me off there, how do you tell us? Why don't you tell us, how do you maintain faith? Share that with us. How do you maintain faith?
By continuously working to better myself, whether it be like mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, just determining what I need to work on within myself, what I need to let go of, and knowing within myself that I can be the best version of myself. I am taking the steps in the right direction so that I can be to build myself up to that point to where I'm able to do the things that I want to do, and I'm able to be able to, provide those services, provide that support to the people that I want to provide. Like, I know that if I give up now, I won't be able to help the people that I want to help. I know that if I give up now, all those achievements, all those goals, all that stuff would just be for nothing. So that's why I just have to keep on going. Like, I have to keep on working on myself and working within myself to be to let go of the things that I need to let go of.
You know what? I agree, Michael. You got to keep letting go of the things that you got to keep letting go of, and you got to keep moving forward. That brings up a question. CJ, you heard what Michael said. I heard what Michael said. We all heard what Michael said. So how about if you share with us, how did you, or should I say, when did your faith come in? When did you actually realize that you were really developing faith?
My faith came in when I started doing things to change my environment, when I started moving differently. Hey, I'm not going there, I'm going here. I'm doing this thing. If I believe that getting out of debt is as simple as reducing my expenses and paying off my bills and investing the rest, I have to do this. Do I have faith that this will work? Do I have faith that losing weight is as simple as burning more calories than you consume, right? Well, people know that, and they say, but until you start doing it, right? So there are things that I had to do to demonstrate my faith. I had to really dive into changing my environment and really focusing on doing the things that would allow me to be the person that I saw when I created that mental picture of my life.
Yeah, you have to create that mental picture. You have to see that inside of your mind. That mental picture, and that reminds me, it reminds me of people who talk about affirmations, and they say that, affirmations don't work. And,
Whoa, don't do that, because you are always affirming something. You are either always affirming, I am broke, I ain't got money to do that, I am broke, or you are affirming, it is possible for me. So pick one. I'm going to pick the one that takes me further, that takes me forward, that affirms or makes my life more positive. Some people just think, oh, here she comes with that woo-woo stuff. But again, you are always affirming something.
So, Ms. Harper, you're trying to tell us that doing affirmations can help. You're trying to tell us that doing affirmations can help us make some type of positive change or positive transformation. And I see you laughing. So why are people so confused?
Because that's another thing. Sometimes people think you do affirmations, you kind of become your affirmation. And yes, I'm tapping into a higher power. I'm tapping into God, because God is the source of my life. And when I am able to get still and get quiet, I connect with the source. And I am in gratitude. I'm saying thank you to the source. And the source is giving me more ideas. This world, this life is full of ideas.
All right, so I'm hearing about the source. I'm hearing ideas. I'm hearing affirmations, auto suggestion. CJ, bail me out here. Bail me out. What are your thoughts? What are you
There's
thinking?
a certain level of repetition that helps you develop faith. Napoleon Hill pointed out, right? The repetition or auto suggestion is something that can help you develop faith. But then there's practical stuff that you can do every day. You can find faith in your routines, right? You can do small things to build up your self-respect. That's, the belief in yourself to do something, right? Small things is it can be as easy as making your bed up every day or doing push-ups, right? There are small things that you can do repeatedly enough to let you know that if I make a decision that I'm going to do something, it's done. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm going to do whatever it is that I said I would do.
Michael.
What I do is like I like to just take a step back, calm my mind down because my thoughts are always like racing. Like I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be doing this. Just relax. Like it's all going to fall into. It's all going to come into place. I just have to think about what am I doing on a daily basis, like the routine of my days and what I do with my time.
Yeah, some people say that you have to help relax your mind. You have to do like meditations or something like that. And they said that meditations can help you clear your mind, right?
Meditate. It's hard to do. And even if you do it once or twice and you wake up or you come back feeling good, I learned something was revealed. The next day you go, oh, I ain't got time for that. Something else has jumped in front of the priority line.
All right. So what do you recommend? What do you recommend? How did you do it? Or what do you say?
I realized that I have to stick to my priority line.
All right, you got to stick to your priority line. Give us a quick example, please. Quick example.
One of my priorities was when I was a single mom, I wouldn't go out to parties like on a Saturday night because I knew that I wanted to get up and take my daughter to church on Sunday morning. So I can't be out all night because I need my 8 hours of sleep. That was something that I had to write down in my little, my book of plans, my book of things, and I had to stick to it.
Okay, so you had to stick to your plans. You went back on that one. You got me thinking a little bit, and you got me thinking about the past. And so if one of you could go back and say something to your past self, CJ, I'm gonna send this your way. What would you say, and what would the old you appreciate about the new you?
The belief that I believe that if I went back in time, I would be the me that I am now, speaking to that person. And it's like, no, you wouldn't be the you are now. Right? What would the you that you were appreciate from you? Don't give up on God. I don't think I could have helped him anyway without pointing him towards God. Right? I know you're angry. You're angry at God because you grew up without your father. You're angry at God because of the circumstances that you lived. But do not give up on God. All the stuff that you lived through and overcome was for you. It's putting something into you that will ultimately make you unstoppable.
Wow, that's powerful. All the stuff that you overcome was for you. Wow. Okay. That's good. CJ, that was good. Christine, what would you say to yourself or someone else? What would you say?
Well, one thing I would say is that don't be afraid to ask for help. Many times people I don't know if it's that you're scared to ask for help. You don't want to be embarrassed. You just think you should be able to figure it out. I'm sure at some point your parents, when you said, help me with my homework, you should be able to figure it out. You're smart enough to do that. And guess what? Sometimes they didn't know how to do the new math. They didn't know how to do the new math the way the teacher taught you. So you need to understand what the teacher said. And you need to ask questions of the person who has the right resource.
What about you, Michael? What would you say?
You have so much to live for, and you have so much potential. You can be great. You can be able to achieve everything that you want to achieve. It's just, you have to have faith within yourself. You have to, like, no matter what you're going through, there will be better days. No matter what you're going through, you will be able to make it out, and you will be able to see you will be able to see the light, and you will be able to see yourself as a greater person, and you will thank yourself for never giving up on yourself.
All right, so I hear you, but I gotta push back, and I gotta challenge you, Michael. Do you really believe that faith is necessary?
It is necessary, because there's just so many things that just make you want to give up. Like, just so many like situations that go on in life that just you be like, all right, like I had enough. Like, I'm just down and out and stuff. But it has to be there. Like, if a person doesn't have faith, then life will break them.
I agree with that. So here's the deal: if you could say one last thing for today's session, anything, something positive, uplifting, what would you say, Michael?
I would say this is one of my favorite steps in the series of success, because it's just looking within yourself and understanding, like, you have the power, you have the potential. It's just all about building up that faith.
Yeah, I think what we're doing is lives to be changed.
Yeah, I agree. CJ, Michael, I agree. I agree. Christine, earlier you said something. You said, what was it that you said earlier? Something about the.
Your mind, no matter what. They've been telling us, I mean, I'm over 60. They've been telling me for 60 years the same thing. So, and I've been repeating it to myself, right? You remember something your mother told you or your father told you that may have been good, may have not been not so good, but you keep repeating it to yourself. You got to unlearn. You got to unlearn some things in order to be able to move forward.
Woo! Miss Harper, I agree with you 100%. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. And so that's what we're going to talk about in the next episode. We're going to talk about the mind. It's going to be a great episode. But here's what I want you to know, folks. Listen. You've got to be willing to unlearn some things if you want to succeed and move forward. But you must also understand the importance of establishing faith. And here, I define faith as having complete trust and confidence in yourself, your creator, and your ability to have and enjoy all the things you most want and desire from life. And you must know where to direct your faith, because you and your creator are one. So you don't have to call on external sources or put your faith in inanimate objects, lucky shoes, or socks or anything like that. You just have to know what you want, discover yourself, know the difference, and establish faith. Those are the first 4 secrets to success. We've got 5 more to go, and I'll share them with you. I'll see you next week. Listen, I'm Ernie Davis, the people's coach, and I'm out.